It's time for the SP and Bushy Show. Here's your hosts, SP and Bushy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the SP and Bushy Show. We are back and ready to profile and preview the NFL Draft on your favorite podcast where anything, as we found out last week, can happen. Bushy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I was talking with a couple of people who've listened to the show, really liked kind of like our little off the rails segment, the last like 30 minutes that we had, and it was great. Like you and I had a great time, and we were chatting too, like 15 minutes afterwards.
Oh, it was an absolute blast. No word from Jean-Claude Van Damme yet as to whether or not he's on board for our sudden death sequel, but I've already started writing. I wrote the first page of the script. Citing,
It's very good.
We're one page
yes.
in, so
we're one page in.
130
I'm ready.
there.
I'm ready for it. We're hoping the guy who played Chun-Li from Bloodsport will make an appearance as well. So that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. So
I mean, I'd be happy to work in Michael J. White from Welcome to Sudden Death too. I think he's a fantastic actor. I don't know where to fit him in, but I'd love to have him there. And maybe like the little kid that somehow played his daughter in that, if she's willing to reprise her role as the president, who knows? But either way, we're still excited about it.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it before. We were like, okay, how are we going to make this? Because we were talking about this going to be a sequel to Sudden Death. How are we going to make this a possibility? And yeah, we decided, okay, we're going to make the daughter the president, and then the son is probably one of the higher ups for Major League Baseball and all that.
Absolutely, it's exciting. Like I said, we barely started on the script. I started writing it a little bit, but long way to go. But hopefully, by the time this thing's ready, Jean-Claude Van Damme's on board. And be sure to tag him in your watching of this show. Let him know you're watching, and then hopefully he sees the groundswell of support and wants to do this thing.
Yes, he sees it. I keep trying to contact him, but his agent doesn't have no idea who that guy am. So
right.
We're working on that.
He has an agent for this exact reason, so we can't get a hold of him easily.
No, it's great. Well, I hope he would enjoy making Sudden Death too, and hopefully, yeah, it'd be a nice little sequel to. It's a sequel that you never knew you needed, but you needed.
Exactly. So be on the lookout for Extra Innings coming to theaters March of 2023.
Yeah, it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme and directed by we're hoping that we can get. No, I'm thinking the Fast and Furious director, so we get Justin Lin. So it's just going to be crazy.
I want. Yeah, I mean, obviously, directors up for debate.
I want to shoot for the stars. I'm kind of shooting for the stars and hoping for Christopher Nolan, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's on board. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be on board for a Sudden Death remake.
I'm hoping that James Wan, who did do one of the Saw movies and Aquaman, maybe would be willing to do, or one of the Fast and the Furious movies, Aquaman, and then started the Saw franchise. He'd be a good one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Justin Lin. I really like Justin Lin. He directed probably one of probably everybody's kind of favorites of the Fast and Furious, and then he's back now for Fast 9, which I'm very excited to see. I saw a trailer for it a couple of weeks ago. It's just like, give me my money. I gotta go.
Once again, I'm not a Fast and the Furious guy, so you gotta.
I know it really is like an acquired taste for people. Like it's either you have like a devoted fan base, or people are just like, really, why do you like this movie?
Right. I mean, as much as I love The Rock hand throwing torpedoes at things,
Oh, the Rock's not in. It's going to be John Cena in the. Yeah, are you interested a little bit with John Cena? He's actually kind of playing a bad guy in this.
No, I'm about as interested in John Cena being in the Fast and the Furious franchise as I am in John Cena being in the Experian Boost commercials. I said I mean I haven't gotten into those movies since since Fast Five. It's gotten more and more ridiculous, you know.
And that's the best part. That's the best part for me is really just the ridiculousness. You go and have a good time. You're not expecting an Oscar-worthy film for it. You're expecting a good time, a good laugh, and just some action, and you're going to be entertained.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I did see Hobbs and Shaw. That's as far as I've gone. Since
I've seen
'05.
everyone. I've seen everyone, and I do have a Fast and Furious power ranking. So as soon as I watch Fast 9, well, I'll do the power ranking for that.
Awesome. We'll be ready for that. I mean, obviously, I know I'm in the minority. Like everyone loves this franchise, and I'm like the one person who's like not on board.
It's okay. I didn't really start getting into the franchise until Fast Five. Really, I do remember watching the first one a lot with my older brother, and yeah, I started to get in more with Fast Five, and just have loved it ever since. And I need to go see everyone in the theaters now.
I mean, five's pretty decent. I'll give you five.
Oh, five is probably the best. I'm spoiling my list right already, but yeah, Fast Five is number one for me.
I'll give you five. The rest of them kind of blend together with like Tokyo Drift, obviously being its own like separate goofy thing.
Oh, I take it you probably saw Too Fast, Too Furious, and you were just kind of out at that point. You're like, okay, I'll watch it here or there.
Well, it was like I said, it was probably Tokyo Drift where I'm like, eh.
You didn't enjoy you didn't enjoy Zachary Ty Bryan basically playing a teenager, even though he was like 30.
No. That happens all the time, though. I forget. I throw that out the window. But
still, it was like the movie came out in 2007. You and I were seniors in high school, and Zachary Ty Bryan was trying to play a senior in high school, basically.
Hey, whatever he's got to do, right?
I guess so. You got to keep getting them checks.
Hey, I'm 32 now, but if someone offered me a starring role in a Fast and the Furious movie tomorrow, I'd take it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be like, where do I sign? Where do I sign? I would ask for points though. Like that was the thing. I would take maybe like the cut rate and then get some points to make.
I'm pretty
to
sure
make up the money.
they're already getting us a cut rate if they're asking us to lead a Fast and the Furious movie. But
yes,
I don't care. I'll do it. It's not going to be that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll drive a car around for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll talk about family.
Yeah, exactly. And then because no one ever seems to die in the franchise, I'll pop up in the sequel somewhere and like help them out of a bind or some crap.
Yeah, we'll just come out. We'll just come out of like some Central America city or something like that. We're just hiding from the government.
Exactly. We'll be filming this podcast live from Stockholm, Sweden, just for some unknown reason why they're there too.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're just filming a podcast. Yeah, we just see him kind of out of the
miles an hour. We'll be filming the podcast.
We should do that. Yeah, just drive 100 miles an hour. We're doing our show.
We're doing our show. We saw you guys in trouble. Hey, we'll help you out. We're family.
We're family, and family's family.
Right. In any event, obviously, we're already off the rails, so let's get back on the rails for a brief moment. I know you had reached out to me about talking about the Madison Bumgarner no-hitter. Talk to me about, wanting to discuss that here on the show.
Well, it's weird. It's just MLB won't recognize it. That's a no-hitter, even though it's a sanctioned 7-inning game, and he did throw a no-hitter in a sense. So I guess it should kind of technically count in a way. I mean, it's just the game finished and he threw a no-hitter, but the MLB won't recognize it, which is just really weird.
Yeah, I agree with you completely on that one. Obviously, I think it should count. I mean, the guy didn't allow a single hit over 7 innings. It counts as an official game. It, was scheduled to be 7 innings, so it's not like, it was scheduled for 9 and then it got rained out and became a 7 or became a 5. And even when that happens, it still becomes a complete game in the eyes of the league. So I guess I'm just a little bit surprised that we won't credit this accomplishment for what it is.
Yeah, in the game before, because they played the doubleheader, Zach Gallen threw a complete game one hitter, and they counted that as a complete game, and they called it, oh, what a great pitching gem from Zach Gallen, and it's just, yeah, there's. I guess because they didn't have, because maybe we've had 2 no hitters already, they just didn't want a third in April so far.
Right. Obviously, they want to, keep the mystique of the no-no with what's going on. Obviously, the pitchers really seem to be the ones handling the business so far this season, too. Obviously, the pitching is down, and in this big offensive league, it's been a lot of pitching that's been the story.
Yeah, and I got to give credit to Baumgartner too. I mean, he pitched it in Cincinnati with Cincinnati's lineup and at the Great American Ballpark, which is really that's really a high degree of difficulty right there. I mean, allowing no hits, that is a very impressive feat right there, because that really is kind of a bandbox. I know people give Coors Field crap. That's a bandbox right there. It's Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the better hitter parks out there. I mean, I've been to low-scoring games at the Great American Ballpark, so it's not like it's like – I wouldn't put it on the level of a Coors Field, but it is definitely a hitter's park. For sure.
Yeah, it is a hitter's park. So the fact that Matt Bum really basically pitched a no-hitter, I mean, that's impressive as itself.
It certainly is. I mean, I don't have the dimensions in front of me, but it definitely feels like it's a smaller park, the Great American Ballpark.
It is a smaller park. Like watching a lot of these games when the Rockies do play the Reds at Cincinnati, they do talk about how really that is kind of a hitter's ballpark, and really kind of they do have kind of shorter fields in Cincinnati. But yeah, the fact that MLB is not acknowledging it is really just a kind of a crock in a way.
It is, absolutely. It is a travesty. I mean, it didn't matter where he did it. I don't care what ballpark he pitched it in. The guy threw a no-hitter, 7-inning game that was scheduled to be 7-inning games, or 7 innings. We knew it was going to be 7 innings going into it, so I don't get why they wouldn't give him his like credit for that.
Yeah, and it's just really a shame. They should credit to it, or they should find a way and just say no hitter, and put like an asterisk or something like that. This game was played 7 innings or something like that. So at least give them the credit.
I also just looked up the first in the Great American Ballpark history, because I looked up the dimensions. So first game is March 31st, 2003 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Which player had the first hit in Great American Ballpark history?
Oh, geez. Is it Griffey? Because I think Griffey. Yes, yeah. Because I'm like, I thought Griffey was with the Reds at that time, so I was just like, oh.
He is. That is the correct answer.
Yes. What do I win?
Nothing, but that's impressive. If you can get all 5, I will buy you a case of White Claws, because I'll ask you this: the first home run hit at Great American Ballpark was hit by whom? Who I guess was playing for the Pirates at that time. I don't remember him playing for the Pirates.
I don't remember anybody from the 2003 Pirates. God,
it was someone, like I said, that I didn't know that they were a Pittsburgh Pirate.
I'm going out.
It's weird because I remember this guy with the Reds, but I don't remember him with the Pirates. Apparently, he was with the Pirates in 2003, in between stops in San Francisco and St. Louis.
San Francisco. Oh man, is it JT Snow?
No, it is Reggie Sanders. Reggie Sanders
hit the first home run. Oh wow.
Yep. And another well-traveled guy who played for a lot of teams, had the first at bat too. And I also don't remember him playing with the Pirates, but apparently he was also on the 2003 Pirates, and that is Kenny Lofton. had the first at bat in Pirates history, or in Great American Ballpark history?
Who's the pitcher for the Reds?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to look that up.
Because his wow, he played for the Pittsburgh. Wow,
I don't remember Kenny Lofton playing for the Pirates, and I know he played like everywhere. But I know later in his career he kind of played at different stops. I never remembered him playing for the Pirates at all. No, God, I didn't either.
That's how really the Pittsburgh Pirates stunk during the entire 2000s. Like really, they were a joke of a franchise.
Yeah, I mean they're so much better now, you know.
Well, I mean they had a good run in the early 2010s, but yeah, it's gone back to the complete wasteland that they are.
I mean that's
man.
Yeah. I said I didn't know that either. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, let's figure out this. Oh, the Pirates won that game, by the way, 10-1.
Okay.
And the starting pitchers in this game were Chris Benson for the Pirates and Jimmy Haynes for the Reds.
Wow, they actually had some. Okay, they had some okay talent. I mean, they had Jason Kendall at catcher. They had Randall Simon at first base. I mean, he was actually a decent. He was a decent player, but again, he's known for one thing, and that's hitting the bat over the sausage mascot.
I mean, you look at this 2003 Pirates lineup; it actually isn't bad. You got Lofton, Kendall, Brian Giles was good. Aramis Ramirez is good. Pokey Reese, who I also remember like playing for the Reds, somehow was on this Pirates lineup too.
Oh man, they had Matt Stairs on this team.
Wow.
Oh man.
And I mean, I think I look at their bullpen, and that's probably why they ran into trouble, because if you look at after Benson started off the game, they ended up turning it over to Julian Tavares and Joe Beimel. So that's probably where they ran into their trouble.
It also looks like too that they had the son of a future NFL MVP was on this team, and that's Pat Mahomes.
The son?
Yeah, the father.
Pat Mahomes was on this team. Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at the roster right now. Like Kip Wells and good old Josh Fogg, man, he was on this team. This is
wow. Pat Mahomes, there you go.
How did this team go 75-87? That is crazy.
Because they also had Kip Wells.
That could be as well. It's a good lineup, bad pitching.
Horrible pitching.
Yeah, man.
I do like Josh Fogg. I thought Josh Fogg was always a little underrated, but yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad for what it's worth. But yeah, just looking at that roster, I mean, that was an okay roster back in the day. But obviously, it didn't finish pretty good with the 75-87 season. See, I think this is the best part about going off the rails. See, we had
no idea where this was going at all.
We had no idea we would have a Great American Ballpark discussion, and then somehow it would turn into a 2003 Pittsburgh Pirates discussion.
I know. I want to go get my Raldis Chapman giveaway T-shirt from the one game I attended at the Great American Ballpark. Actually, I've been to two there. I went to two there.
Oh, you didn't get the Mr. Red bobblehead or something like that?
No. I went whatever day they were playing the Rockies, and so it was a Raldis Chapman T-shirt day.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. So it had to be somewhere between 2011 and 2015.
Yeah, it was. I think it was in 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because those Red teams were really good when they were managed by Dusty Baker, which we kind of talked about at our best coaches who didn't win the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Although you look at this Reds team from that year too, they weren't any better than the Pirates. Actually, they were worse because they went 69 and 93.
Well, yeah, it was probably Griffey, probably hurt all the time.
Yeah, Griffey was on the roster and he played a grand total of 53 games. They had Adam Dunn, they had Barry Larkin at the end of his career, and they had Sean Casey. But like other than that, I mean, it's pretty meh.
They had 3 managers during this time.
3 managers this season, and you
Yeah.
talk about pitching. Like I mean, they had Aaron Harang, Jimmy Haynes, who we already mentioned, and then all these other guys who really don't offer much in terms of pitching ability.
Oh, you're not a big Willie Mo Pena fan?
Yeah, I'm not a big Willie Mo Pena fan. They had
Felipe
Dempster the
Lopez.
dumpster on their roster that year before he was decent.
Oh man, yeah, this is a bad. Looking back at it, this is a bad pitching staff.
Horrible pitching staff.
This is. Oh man, this is amazing.
Hey, Matt Belisle's on it. Good for him.
Wow. You're right. He is on this team. Holy moly.
Was he a rookie that year?
He must be.
Yeah, he was. That was his first year in the bigs. He gets the call up at some point that season and goes pitches 6 games for him.
I mean, this is a decent lineup too. Like they had Sean Casey.
Yeah, they had a decent lineup.
Barry Larkin was at shortstop. Yeah, at the tail of his career, they had Aaron Boone, at least for the first part of the year.
Yeah,
Adam Dunn,
once again, I think
Griffey.
Aaron Boone is overrated both as a player and as a manager. But either way, Adam Dunn can hit some homers though.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been perfect for this for the way that the baseball's playing right now. He would have been perfect for this type of guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Adam Dunn would have probably won an MVP with the way baseball's played right now.
Yeah.
But once again, it's an awful pitching staff. So I think that's
it's a bad pitching staff, but I mean, it had a decent lineup. I mean, really, if Griffey stayed healthy, he probably could have hit at least maybe 30 home runs in that ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely. He certainly could have. I mean, you look at this though; they have like 4 people who are like called starters on this roster, and not one of them has an ERA under 4.6. So
yeah, that's not very good.
Yeah, obviously the 2003 Reds and 2003 Pirates, neither one of them had any pitching, but apparently they had Kenny Lofton on the 2003 Pirates.
Kenny Lofton and Barry Larkin, man. I mean, it's like just one of those like, wow, I totally forgot they played for these teams.
I mean, obviously I knew Barry Larkin was there, but like I didn't know he was still playing in 03. And I didn't know Reggie Sanders and Kenny Lofton in their 15-team careers each ended up on the same team at the same time at one point. And it was the Pirates.
I'm gonna get you. Okay. Name most of the teams that Kenny Lofton played for.
Most of the teams. Obviously, I mean his biggest years were with the Indians. So you gotta say that.
Okay, go Cleveland.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Obviously, we know the Pirates now.
Yeah, we know the Pirates now.
So I got to be honest, I'm not sure I would have gotten that one before today, but I know that's an answer.
Yeah, we would have been shocked. Oh, I did.
He was with the Rangers at one point, wasn't he?
Yes. Yes, he was with the Rangers.
Let's see. Kenny Lofton. Was he with the Royals at one point too for no reason?
No.
No, he wasn't. Okay, that's bad. Guy.
No, he did play for another AL Central team, which will really shock you. I totally forgot.
Oh, was it the White Sox? Was he with the White Sox?
It was the White Sox, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's like he started out with like it's weird. It's like 2001, 2, 3. It looks like he started out with a team and then he got traded.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just.
I was gonna guess the Cubs. I should have gone with the Cubs. I wouldn't have gotten all of these though.
They could have used him at shortstop, really.
Yeah, they could have used him anywhere. Obviously, a great center fielder too.
Wow, his rookie year was in Houston. He played for the Astros. That was his rookie year.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either until today. I mean, this is amazing.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. He played for Houston, then played with Cleveland until '96. Then he played for Atlanta for 1 year, and then went back to the Indians for till 2001, and then he played for the White Sox and then the Giants,
wow.
and then he played for Pittsburgh, and then for the Cubs. Did you forget that he was a Yankee? I
I
totally
did. I mean, I guess I assumed that he was a Yankee because the Yankees got anyone that had been on an All-Star team at some point in their.
Yeah, he was with the Yankees. He was the Yankees for 1 year in 04. 05, he was with the Phillies. And then '06, he was with the Dodgers. And
Wow.
then yeah, in '07, he was with Texas, and then finished it off in with Cleveland.
Which I mean, that might have even been just ceremonial, so he could retire as an Indian.
Yeah, it probably was a ceremonial thing. Yeah. Wow. I did not know he was with Houston until literally today. Like, I'm just like, wow.
Right. I didn't realize he had started his career there either.
Yeah, he started his career there. Wow. So
Well, maybe while Jean-Claude Van Damme is screening us, maybe we can try to get Kenny Lofton here on the show to talk about all this.
yes, Kenny Lofton. Yes, we would love to hear some journeys and love to hear some stories. And I like Kenny Lofton. I love those Indians
Oh,
teams
absolutely.
back in the day. Yeah, with him and Jim. Love Jim Thome, man.
Absolutely. Him and Tomei were great.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
obviously, like when we were kids, like the sports video games didn't really have the ability to stop you from creating your own like super team.
Tomei again, another guy that would have been perfect for this era. Like
Absolutely. Well, he was obviously great in the era that he was in. He hit
yeah,
600 bombs, but that said, I feel like back in the day when you had those sports video games that didn't deny you trades, like I would always get Kenny Lofton as like my center fielder.
you always get Kenny Lofton. Yeah. pair with Larry Walker with the Rockies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. So welcome to Off the Rails Part 2, folks,
Exactly.
where
We
we
didn't know
discussed the
this was gonna
2000
go, but
we discussed the 2003 Pittsburgh Pirates and Cincinnati Reds here and Kenny Lofton's career.
yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I would have never guessed he was on the Pittsburgh Pirates and had found a way to have the first at bat at Great American Ballpark though.
Yeah, the first at bat. Yeah, I think people would have been like stunned by that. I think
Yeah,
if
I
you
would
tell
have never
people
thought
that, people would have been stunned by it. Like, it's just like, what? He played for Pittsburgh?
and was there at the beginning of the season to have like the first day at bat and like
Yeah.
ballpark history. I didn't know that.
I am happy though that Griffey did get the first hit, so that's a good thing.
There you go. You got that question right.
I know. I really am happy. Yeah, because I totally forgot about Adam Dunn. That was like the other person I was kind of thinking of. I was like, who's that name? Like, Adam Dunn would have been my second choice.
See, I feel like I might have guessed that Reggie Sanders would have hit like would have been involved somehow, but I feel like I would have guessed that he was on the Reds and not the Pirates at the same time.
Or Barry Larkin or something like that.
Yeah,
It was just
Barry
like, wow.
Larkin. Yeah.
Oh, oh. I just love it. Like, this is great.
I do too. It's just the random stuff you find out.
Yeah, the random stuff you find out, and we will give to you here at the SP and Bushy Show. This is what makes us different sometimes.
Yeah. The combination of random trivia and who knows what else.
Who knows what else?
Now, obviously, we want to get into the draft stuff.
Yeah,
but anything else?
before we go to the draft, I do have a story, a lovely story here. The lovely story of Authentics. I work for the Colorado Rockies, and I have to communicate with fans basically all the time during home games. And the Phillies were in town last weekend, so it was nice it really was. This was really a refreshing homestand, I think, because they played the Mets, the Astros, and the Phillies. So it's just teams they really don't play a lot, and they haven't played in a year or two. So due to COVID, so it was kind of nice and refreshing to kind of play a team other than the NL or the AL West.
Oh, I'm sure that must have been awesome.
Yes, it was awesome, but I got a Phillies fan upset. He came, and we had Phillies gear up at our kiosk, and he was kind of discussing, and he kind of mentioned that that they that he was we kind of got to get not kind of an argument, but he was saying that the Rockies played the Phillies last year in 2020, which didn't happen because the Rockies played either the NL or the AL West last year during that COVID season. So, but man, that guy was so adamant that they played. Like, it was crazy. Well, I knew he was lying because he mentioned the one phrase that I knew he was lying, and he mentioned that, oh, I was here, I was at that game. Like, and I tried to tell him, I was like, they didn't have fans in the stands last year. They did have fans in the stands. I probably would have been working last year.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, obviously he was drunk and forgot all about 2020, which I'll give him credit. Who doesn't want to do that?
Maybe he had a few beers in him, but yeah, but it was just like I kept trying to tell him too, because I'm like, maybe you're talking about maybe the year before in 2019, because they did play the Phillies right around that time last year during that time. So he could have been thinking about that, just really kind of skipped a year. He kind of forgot. I agree with him. He's trying to forget 2020.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't blame him for that. At the end of the day, was he up there looking for a Bryce Harper game used jockstrap?
Actually, he was looking for the headband that he was wearing. Yeah, maybe the armband or a sweatband. Um, yeah, he maybe for looking for the jockstrap. He could have been. I don't remember what. I just remembered that whole thing. I don't remember what he was asking for. I know he was asking for something Phillies.
Oh, I'm sure it was probably a Reese Hoskins broken bat or something.
Hey man, he was good during that 3-game series. In that,
Hey,
he was really good. Same
rolling ever
JT Realmuto. Of course, JT Realmuto really kills the Rockies for some reason. Like, he's just one of those players where he just plays well against the Rockies.
He's one of the best catchers in the game. And I mean, Hoskins right now, I think he was their entire offense in the win over the Cardinals yesterday, too. I think they beat the Cardinals 2-1, and Hoskins had 2 homers.
Yeah, he had a couple of homers to it, or he had like 2 or 3 home runs. Like, he really was dominant. he was he was definitely out of probably the 3. It was probably Hoskins 1, Realmuto 2, and then Harper 3. Like, Harper really didn't do anything until that Sunday when he actually hit the 2 home runs. But other than that, he really was. It was either a walk or a strikeout for him.
Harper's pretty overrated.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I just don't see it with him. Like, it's just, yeah, I think he's a great player, and he's a great defensive player too. Like, he made this awesome play during Sunday, throwing a guy out, basically throwing a guy out at home, but it was like a laser too. Like, it was just like, bam, like it was like peak, like Larry Walker.
I'm not questioning his defense by any means. He's a great defensive player, but I don't think he's like anywhere near like a top 10 player like they make him out to be.
Yeah, I think that I'm really starting to feel that way after watching like a lot of his games. Like, even though, yeah, he has like a high average, it's just like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't see it with him. Like, you just don't see it with this guy.
Right.
Like, he really is a good player, but it's just like, I don't think he's like I don't think he's going to be a polarizing figure when we look back maybe 15, 20 years from now, as like, was he was he one of the greatest of that generation? Looking back at it, it's probably not going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the Hall of Fame debate on him. I mean, he's a career 277 hitter. He is at the 238 home runs. I mean, once again, the defense is going to be, I think, the thing that helps him out the most. But, I mean, he
has 300 home runs. Yeah, especially with this time, yeah, where it's just home runs or strikeouts.
Right, exactly. I mean, he's obviously got a former MVP. He's a former MVP, but really that was like that one. He's had like 2 seasons where he's finished, 2 seasons where he's finished above 300. So I don't know.
Well, we'll see. I think voters will probably vote him in if he keeps having a good career.
Oh, I mean, I think he'll probably get in. Obviously, it's way too early to tell, but and I mean, he's obviously young. He's got a lot of time left too. So I don't know.
Yeah, we do. He does, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I think people are starting to wane off a little bit on the Bryce Harper thing.
Right. I mean, obviously, he's also had like 2 years where he's hit below 250 already in his prime, and 2 years below 270 on top of that. So I mean, like I said, I feel like he's okay, but he's not like he's not one that's especially
he's not one of the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see with him.
We will. Excellent. Well, in any event, we thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, go back, watch all of our other episodes. Our one last week was a blast. We hope Jean-Claude Van Damme watches it so we can get that sequel to Sudden Death made. We hope you watch it as well, because if there's more numbers on it, maybe Jean-Claude Van Damme will hop in. So once again, do that, and be sure to follow us on Twitter. Thanks again for watching.
All right. Thank you. Peace.